why is school funding such a perennial issue in states? And what's the state of play in Kansas right now?
So for us, I will be the 10th governor in a row with litigation hanging over our heads. It's been over 50 years. So we have had all sorts of fits and starts over the years. Our education system, we're ranked in the top 15. We can do better. What we're trying to do is create a framework. Let's solve this and move on. And the way to do that is we're putting everybody together. We're going to make sure we don't close schools. We will end up putting some more money in, but we're also going to have outcomes over the long run. And so that people can see that, but we have to end our litigation so that we can move. And that's what we're focusing on. And we believe we can do this without a tax increase, that we really can focus on some results.
Is there a solution in play that could keep this out of the courts, or could end the litigation?
Well, we're in the courts right now,
Yeah.
and the Supreme Court's going to be reviewing this. Right now, what's happening is the legislature has some studies that they'll be getting back in about 3 weeks. Then that's really when the decision points will be made. Then we'll end up submitting that to the Supreme Court. I've told the people, I'm only going to sign something that starts ending the litigation, doesn't allow, doesn't force schools to close. And I think we can get there. We're working on this in a pretty constructive manner, and I'm optimistic that we can get there. It won't be easy, and it won't be just a short solution. I think it's a longer term.
Everyone has highly personal reactions to what happened in Florida recently. To what extent do you look at this as a physician?
Well, I look at this as a dad, okay? And I have a daughter in England, and they had a bomb go off, a block away from her. And so this is a concern everywhere for us. And so I look at it as we want to make sure our kids are safe and secure, and that's what we're going to focus on. If there isn't just one simple solution, but we do have that, the mental health issues are important. And, for example, the school that I was describing in Hayes is an opportunity for kids with severe mental illness issues for them to be dealt with in a very constructive way. That had a lot of community input and has really grown over the last few years. That was a local solution, and I think there are lots of opportunities like that that really can help us.
It's very difficult to sort of change failing schools. If there was one thing that you could do as governor, if you didn't have to think about politics, didn't think about being reelected, what would be one thing you would do to change schools in Kansas?
To change schools in Kansas.
Yeah.
For me, it is making sure that the local communities that control schools, that they have the resources that they need, but they also have the outlook of where are we going, how's best to solve the issues for our kids, and I think we can. And I think working on this in a much more constructive manner, in a more professional manner, and try to get some of the politics out of it, gives us a route to starting to solve the problem. And I think if everybody says, this is where we start saying we're done with the litigation, we want to be done with this, it'll take some time, but that they see
You're
this
talking
as
about the school
start.
funding
Yes.
litigation. Okay.
That they see that. So we move on. We fund schools because it's important. And I'm a conservative Republican. I believe in our kids and the opportunity for folks, and I want to make sure that opportunity is there.
Great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Good seeing you.
Take care.
You bet.
What a glorious backdrop.
Well,
At least cover that one up.
yeah, I'll stand in front of the trash.